All right, here we are again, and this time is part 2 of the series of binomials that I want to share with you. Make sure that you watch part 1 video. I will leave it somewhere here on the top so that you can see the first binomials that we explained in the previous video. All right, so let's begin with binomials. This time I want to show you binomials that are joined, okay, with the conjunction or. Okay, in the previous video we saw binomials joined by and. This time let's begin with the ones joined by or. So for example, the expression give or take. Give or take. This is a very useful and very common expression that you can use every day, okay? And the meaning is approximately. Okay, so no longer are we going to use the more or less expression, but we're gonna sound much more natural if we say give or take. Let's have a look at the example. He was 180 meters tall, give or take. Okay, so he was approximately 1 meters 80, more or less approximately. Okay, so I really recommend using this expression. Let's take a look at the second one is take it or leave it. Okay, this is kind of like a threat or like a very typical mom's phrase. Okay, I'm sure your mom has told you this at some point. So what does it mean? Take it or leave it means, well, you either accept the situation or not accept it, but you won't accept any other alternatives. All right, so it's like an ultimatum. So you can say the contract is 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, take it or leave it. Okay, take it or leave it. All right. The third binomial today is sink or swim. Sink or swim. And then sink and swim or swim means to be in a situation where you will fail if you don't work hard. Okay, so if you don't work hard, you are going to sink, metaphorically, of course. Okay, however, if you swim, you're going to overcome that problem. An example would be, okay, this is the big game where we will either sink or swim. Okay, we will either fail or we will succeed. All right, so the two alternatives are possible. The fourth binomial today is sooner or later. Sooner or later. It also exists, of course, in Spanish. And then the meaning is, of course, eventually something will happen sometime in the future, even though it might take a long time. For example, don't worry, sooner or later the cat will come home. So imagine that the cat has been lost and he's wandering in the streets. Don't worry, sooner or later he will show up. Okay? The fifth binomial is make or break. Make or break. Now, the meaning is resulting in either complete success or a total failure, okay? This is something like o todo o nada. It's something very decisivo, we would say in Spanish, no? So, for instance, we can say Christmas is always a make or break time for smaller retailers. As you can see, make or break functions here as an adjective because it's right in front of the noun time, and then basically means es un momento decisivo that is going to determine if these shops continue, okay, open, or if they, for example, they close down because they don't make enough sales, for example. Okay, so make or break. Now, the sixth binomial today is rain or shine. This is a very common one, a very nice one, which means whatever happens. Okay, in Spanish we have nuestro sí o sí. Okay, sí o sí. We don't say yes or yes. We say rain or shine, or the complete sentence is come rain or shine. Right? You can say come rain or shine, I will see you on Tuesday. Okay, the idea is that I will see you. It doesn't matter if it rains or if it's sunny. It doesn't matter the weather. I will do it no matter what. Okay, so rain or shine. Now, let's have a look at some binomials joined with or joined by but. Okay, let me show you some examples. The first one is slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Okay, so you go slowly and you do something gradually, but at least it's happening. Okay, so it's more important that it's happening than you are doing it in a fast way. Okay, so you can say, he's recovering from his surgery, slowly but surely, okay? He's going slowly, but at least there is some progress there, all right? So slowly but surely. This is a beautiful connector that you can even use it for your written compositions or in your speaking monologues. And you can say last but not least to introduce your last point, okay? It's something important despite being mentioned after everyone else or after everything else, okay? It's your last point, ¿vale? Es lo último, pero no menos importante. Okay, and then I would like to thank my publisher, my editor, and last but not least, my husband. And I'm sure you have seen Snoop Dogg, the typical and the very common clip. Let's see if I can show you, if it loads.
Last but not least, I want to thank me.
So last but not least, I want to thank me. Okay, this has gone viral in the social networks, and it's a very common example of it. Okay, now, okay, bye Snoop. Now I would like to talk to you about binomials joined by prepositions. Prepositions, okay? Prepositions, for example, preposition to, we have one binomial that is back to front, okay? When your back is facing your front. So let me show you. Oops. Let me see. There you go. Okay, so basically when you wear something back to front, it means when the back of something, normally your clothes, faces the front, okay? For example, you've got your jumper on back to front, ¿vale? Lo tienes al revés, diríamos en español, but they specify that the problem is that the back is on the front, okay? So you're wearing something back to front. And then, of course, this binomial little by little or step by step, both of them mean the same, okay? And you have preposition by. So it means, of course, to do something, one thing at a time in a particular order, okay? An example would be, she followed the instructions step by step. Okay, thank you so much. This is the set of binomials that I wanted to share with you today. Again, make sure that you watch part 2 and you will have a richer and a wider variety of binomials to use in your monologues, in your dialogues, in your writings, because it's a very nice way to boost your vocabulary. Okay, thank you so much for watching the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!